Alright, what's going on everybody? This is Sir Kirby, and that was a really weird way to say alright, but we are back with another episode of Fire Emblem Path of Radiance. I forget, I think I talked about it a little bit in my episode of the Pokemon Nuzlocke that went up on a couple days ago. It's kind of going to be a slow another week or so, and I'm sorry, like I said, I'm sorry to have a slow week right after another pair of slow weeks. But I got a lot going on with the start of the spring semester of college, so once I get settled into a routine, we'll be fine and we'll be back to normal. But for now, it's probably going to be every 2 or 3 days instead of every day like I'd been doing for a while. I'm going to do the best I can to keep up with it, but I don't have anything in reserves right now, so I'm going to try to knock out about, I don't know how much, but I'm going to try to knock some stuff out all in one sitting here, so... But yeah, that's what's going on. Everything's fine. We're going all right. But for now, instead of talking about that, we're going to jump into Chapter 15, The Feral Frontier. Also, hopefully the audio's right, because I had to change it from a couple things on other settings, so we'll see. Also, if you hear rustling, I'm going to move the mic real quick. Hopefully that didn't do anything too major. If it did, I can mute it for a second. But I just wanted to move it so it picks up a little bit better, because I know the last time I did an episode of this, I was kind of quiet. Anyway. Oh my, if it isn't young Prince Serenus. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I am going to open the game because the audio's being rude. Neolucci, you're looking well. And feeling well, too. Thank you very much. This old crow is as spry as ever. Tell me, though, how fares your father, King Lorazaya? I think is how you say that. I'm not sure, actually. Maybe you could tell me how to say your father's name? And the same as ever. Since that terrible day, he remains abed. He seldom rises anymore. I'm not surprised. In the span of a few days, he lost his family, his friends, and almost all of his countrymen. Yes. And yet, we're blessed that you are still with us. Prince Rayson, if there's anything this doddering old bird can do for you, please do not hesitate to ask. Thank you, I appreciate your kind sentiment. Sorry to have kept you waiting, Rayson. Neolucci, you can talk ancient history later. Leave us at once. Yes, of course. I'm sure you've much to talk about, much to say. I'll just take my leave of you. Please, Prince Rayson, make yourself at home. Old Neolucci's always been fond of House Serenus. When he heard the White Prince himself was gracing us with a visit, he could barely contain his joy. So, Prince, what's this all about? We haven't seen your face around here in a long time, and I'm naturally quite curious as to your intentions. Your attitude during the Goldoa meeting piqued my interest. What is it you're after, Nasala? Why do you provoke Tabarn? You came all this way for that? Are you serious? Do not mock me, Crow King. Tabarn is my father's guardian. If not for him, we might have suffered the end of House Serenus itself. I will not brook any insults to him. Oh, I see. So rather than ally yourself with me, you trusted your companion of old. You would side with his new protector. I butchered that, sorry. That's an unfortunate shift in attitude. I trust you remember that when you and your sister were young, it was I, and not Tabarn, who watched over you. Any change in my bearing can be laid at your roost, Nasala. After all, you, my old friend, are the one who continues to engage in commerce with my enemy, with humans. If you were to change your ways, I'm sure we could rebuild the relationship the two of us once shared. Oh no, that I could never do. You see, humans are essential to the fulfillment of my ambitions. You've changed, Nasala. If this is the path you've chosen, I have nothing left to say. I doubt you could ever understand what it means to guard Kilva's Prince, to protect an entire country. King Nasala, Duke Tennis of the Begnion Imperial Senate has arrived. Bring him in. Your Majesty, just now I brushed against the most splendid specimen. Was that a Serenus noble? They're supposed to be extinct. And what if it were? Oh, I was right. Wonderful. My eyes did not deceive me. Those dazzling white wings and that shimmering hair, sparkling like gold, falling gold dust. That is the crystallization of beauty in its purest form. Duke Oliver, can we please discuss the business at hand? Per your request, we have appropriated several pieces of art from the ships of Duke Ados. Yes, and you will be compensated as promised, but right now there is something else that simply I must have. Really? Another request? What can we purloin for you today? More art, perhaps? Oh-ho, something much more stunning. And if you agree to my proposition, I will double your normal fee. That's a most generous offer. Tell me, what is it you desire? Desire? But surely you've already guessed. Uh-oh. That can't be good. Meanwhile, back at the cathedral again. Meeting with the apostle was fine, but all she did was pay us and give us another job. She answered no questions. I wonder what she's planning. That cargo. I can't help but believe that there were living creatures inside, but what do you suppose the apostle intends to do with them? I don't know. Titania, are all nobles and royals like this? They have plans and paperwork for every little thing, and their speech is as confusing as it is tedious. I can't read. But Ike, the other nobles we know are different. There's Princess Alencia and King Gallia, and the Dragon Prince, too. All of them have been so nice and friendly and easy to talk to. Perhaps the rudeness of the upper echelon is unique to the Bjork class system. Princess Alencia was raised in special circumstances, and maybe that's why she's so different. I could never get accustomed to the culture of Bjork nobles. It's funny you say that, Ike.
Oh, thanks, Freddy.
I won't spoil anything, even though I kind of just did. Results from the last battle, MVP was Astrid.
What the fuck?
And that is everything you need to know about how wrong... Yeah. Okay. So. We have info conversations, and we have support conversations. And I think... I'm actually going to do them in the... What? Oh, I just read wrong. I'm going to do these in the other order this time. I'm going to take care of the supports first. Now, Mist only has one conversation left. And honestly, since I planned it so poorly from the outset, I'm really not going to worry too much about trying to do this as one quote-unquote should. So, whoops, but it's a little late now. Rolf and Marcia. Ready? Aim. Hey, you're Rolf, right? What are you doing out here all alone? I'm practicing my archery skills, see? I just nail a target to a tree and fire away. Cover my arrow tips with burlap to prevent accidents. You see, there was this one incident with a marmot. Well, I just try to stay close to the target now. It's not the best way to train, but it at least gives me some practice. Aw, that's so cute. You're trying hard even though you're such a little guy. Hey, I'm not small, I'm a dangerous mercenary. Yeah, of course you are. Say, you mind if I practice with you? That's alright, I can take care of myself. Pfft, I know. I'm just offering to help. You know, I was once a knight in the service of the world's greatest country. I also know how to handle a bow. Us Pegasus Knights fear archers more than anything else, you know. Yeah? Well, you better watch out or I'll feather you like a quill. Ha! Big words from a little guy. I like you. Hey, you should take a look around and make sure nobody else is around before you start shooting arrows. I know that. Don't talk to me like a baby. Sheesh, alright. Touchy. That's funny. I don't know why I find that as funny as I do, but that's funny. Also, Boyd and Mist. Ah! I can't make fighting noises. Yeah, that's enough for today. Just don't feel into it. Maybe I'll take a quick nap. Done already, Boyd?
Surprise, motherfucker.
Fighting noises that I still can't make. Oh, Titania, I didn't see you there. Training so hard that... Huh? Heh. Who the... Mist? Oh, what a jerk. Hey, you're the one who tried to blow off training. If you keep ignoring your drills, I'm gonna become a better mercenary than you. Better than me? Ha! Ha! Dream on, kid. You got some nerve saying that to me. Kid, you better remember who my father is. Fighting ability runs in the blood, you know. Ah, it's a bunch of hooey. Survival on a battlefield depends on experience and luck. Of which I only have one, nothing more. If you dive into battle with a conceited attitude, you'll end up dead no matter what blood is in your veins. Gee, sorry, Boyd, I was just joking. Hey, don't look so angry. This is no game. We don't fight for fun. Now get out of here. I mean it, you're in my way. Sorry. Mist, wait. Shit. I like ad-libbing some of those lines, because he would definitely say, oh shit, in that situation. I know Nintendo wouldn't allow that, but that's why I'm here. Alright. That covers all of those. Let's run through the info. I'm going to do these in order of increasing importance, since we don't have any 3 stars. Hooey, the Grand Temple. Luxury and gorgeousness as far as the eye can see. A scoundrel like myself can find employment in a place like this. I guess my luck hasn't abandoned me after all. But for all the glitter and gold, there's an equal amount of dangerous work. That I could do without. Maybe I could use my prone to illness ploy. Yes, I think I can arrange to work out about 1 out of every 5 jobs or so. And now that I have a fixed income, it's time to visit the local inns and see what games of chance are about. Evening. Did you happen to hear any of that? You were talking out loud. Loudly. I wasn't being serious. I'm an extremely diligent man. Yes, I am. Those peddlers you were with, you were in debt to them, right? Huh? How did you know that? Well, when we took out that group, your debt vanished. Yes, you're right. That was a tremendous help. Thanks much. Come now, you can't believe that the world is as forgiving as that we're so foolish. What? Debts are debts, and you have many. Those peddlers weren't the only people who were owed coin by you. Right? We can't have any debt collectors hounding the company day in and day out. My staff officer repaid the rest of the money you owe. That's very kind of you. It was from the company officers. You, my friend, are now in our debt. You fight to repay the Grail mercenaries. But payment will be deducted from your wages for quite some time. It seems you're working for free, my friend. Until your debts are completely repaid, don't even think about leaving the company. Or getting sick. Right then, I trust you'll do your best. What a mess. Oh, nuts. Shout out to Ike for randomly becoming a really good leader who, actually uses power and shit. How are your preparations progressing? They're underway. We leave within the hour. Your next mission takes you to the... Oh, Jesus Christ, no! I want to die. Oh, no. Alright, we'll talk about that more when we get there. Your next mission takes you to the Grand Desert. You must choose your companions with care. A desert is just a large patch of sandy soil, is it not? Ha! With one major difference. Unlike sandy soil, you'll not find solid earth near the surface. You can dig and find only more sand. Those on foot and horseback may find it difficult to move around. I see. I'm sure Soren knows much about these things, but... Has something befallen Master Soren? I don't know if he's feeling ill or just moping about. It all started when we arrived in Begnion. Oh. Be that as it may, it won't hurt for me to have this information. Can you tell me more? Of course. There's little water in the desert, and the soil is very dry. Few trees or grasses grow there. Which means there are no groves or anything else which would provide cover. As I mentioned before, those on foot or horseback will find the sand slows their pace considerably. The exceptions are magic users, staff wielders, and thieves. Such people will not be affected to so large a degree. Thieves are agile, so I understand why they would be unaffected. Those skilled in the magical arts? It doesn't make sense. I once heard an explanation from a magic user that I know. He claimed that the spirits he employed flew before him and cleared the sand from his path. However, considering the source, I'm not sure how much of that is truth. Who was the source? Prime Minister Sephirin. Why would he play a joke like that? Heh. Well, the Prime Minister is a very amusing man, but please allow me to continue my explanation. What else? Others who are unaffected by sand are Pegasus Knights, Wyvern Riders, other flying units. Oh, and Lagoos, too. Terrain features don't seem to affect them much in either form, so although they will be slowed some. You said Lagoos, didn't you? Almost everyone here says subhuman. Well, of course, Bjork and Lagoos... I can't talk today. Bjork and Lagoos are both living things. Every precious life was created to be equal by the blessed goddess. Blessed goddess, I can't read. The fact that there are those who... Jesus Christ! The fact that there are those who still persecute Lagoos in the land of the goddess is deplorable. Are you of a noble house? Yes, I am. One must be of noble birth to serve the goddess. But I thought that all nobles were half-crazed fools who can't speak the truth. You seem quite honest. I'll take that as a compliment. Oh, and one last thing. What is it? The desert contains the remnants of more than one lost civilization. Rumor has it the treasures from those times still lie undiscovered beneath the shifting sands. Those with good luck may come across such treasures during battle. It's actually good skill, but... Again, I'll talk about that more in a minute. Let's talk to the servant. Ahem. You're from the northwest nation of Crimea, are you not? You have my condolences for the terrible misfortune that has befallen your country and your people. I can't read. Yet you remain blessed. Fate has brought you here to the Grand Temple Minal, to the splendor of Begnion, grandest of all the nations of Tellius. By the way, I hear you're traveling north to the Grand Desert. There are ancient ruins there, you know? They're the remnants of a race known as the Zhanma, who came from a civilization that predates our own. I'm sure you'll enjoy the sensation of being immersed in such primordial surroundings. Yeah, it'll be a real picnic. Oh yes, picnics are indeed nice. Oh, but a word of caution. Studying the ruins from afar is one thing, but you would be well advised to keep your distance, for safety's sake. It's said that there's a bandit stronghold near the northwest ruins, and we hear occasional reports of strange figures wandering the dunes in the northeast. Be careful. And with that, let's see what we can do here. We can give Soren a level. I didn't mean to do that. I meant to do that. There we go. So Soren goes to level 18. HP, skill, speed, luck, resistance. That's a good level up. Good job, Soren. We can give Rolf a level. Level up. Level 12. Strength, resistance. That was not a great level up, but strength was much needed. Now I have to debate myself, right? How serious am I about actually using Astrid? I want to try it. I've heard so many good things about her as a unit, and I've never seen her be any good, but I'm willing to listen. I'll give her a level. I'd give Jill a level, but there's another better unit we get later. I'm going to go ahead and give Mist another level, because hoarding bonus experience doesn't do me much good. Decent, I guess. I don't need to give Ike any, because he's going to promote soon. I guess I'll give Zyhark a level, why not? Skill, speed, luck, resistance. Interesting. And I think that's all I'm going to do with bonus experience for now. So what I'll do here, let me check the time. I am going to do a bit more item optimization, and then I'll be back when I'm done with that. So I'll be back shortly. Okay, so I took care of a lot of item optimization. Now, this is going to be a little bit of a funky chapter as far as who we bring with us because of the desert, and again, I'll talk about that more once we get out to the map. I did give Leith the Lagoo Stone. One thing that I did mention is that I'm not going to go out of my way to look stuff up, but I did know there was one character that joins this chapter from when I was preparing the graphics, which, by the way, I did ahead of time again, so we're good. But he is a special recruit that I need Leith for, so I am aware of that to begin with. Nobody else joins until at the end of this map, so I don't need anybody else for recruitment's sake. Basically, everybody that's coming with is, excuse me, kind of the same group that we've had, except I'm not going to bring many armored mounted units. I think I might bring like Oscar and maybe Astrid just because I can, but they move almost nothing in the desert. So we will worry about that once we get out there, but for now, let's go ahead and just head that way. Tell me, Soren, are you alright? Recently, ever since we reached Begnion, in fact, you've seemed depressed. Is that so? How odd. Well, I can think of nothing specific that's bothering me. Well, if you say so. So, it's time for the desert. God damn it. Which is the best direction to enter from? Soren? Yes, what is it? Alright, now I know there's something going on. I'm sorry, I was thinking. What is it you wanted? Well, I was gonna ask you for directions, but it's no longer necessary. Looks like we're being met. Ah. Sorry. Who are you? Answer me! We're mercenaries. We were hired to take care of a group of bandits operating in this area. More of the Senator's dogs. You cast us as thieves so you can murder us and hide your guilt, but we will not be defeated. Mark my words, the day will come when all slaves are free, and then you will pay for your crimes. What on earth are you talking about? No more useless words. Come, my brothers, take them. Hello there. Okay. So there's a secondary gimmick to this map that needs addressed. But we'll get there after I talk about the desert and finish the Ike yelling at people. What? We're facing Lagoos? I don't like the look of this. Lagoos or no, it doesn't change the fact that they are brigands. Do not lower your guard. I know what I'm doing. Everyone, watch your footing in this sand. Take care and fight well. Okay. 2 things about this chapter. First of all, actually 3 things about this chapter. Still, first of all, it's a desert map. It's damn near impossible to move efficiently through here. I mean, it can be done, but it also can't be done. The sand will slow us down. There are a few areas of plains over here in this upper corner, but for the vast majority of the map, it is desert squares. Now, if you've ever played or read about or otherwise a Fire Emblem game, desert maps suck because it's like impossible to move. Now, the way to combat this, in theory, is to go heavy on magic users and go light on horse units. Now, that's hard to do at this point in the game, because a lot of my flyers, now some of this is my fault, admittedly, but my flyers are low level. Level 6, Jill's good enough to come along. But, yeah, Marcia can't really do anything here. However, I'm not sure exactly what the movement penalty is here, but I think mounted units can move like 2 or 3 squares at most. And I'm not sure if it's even that much. So I'm not going to bring them either. What I do want to do, let me go ahead and get rid of all of our mounted units real quick. That's those 4. Oh wait, 5. Alright, so now what we have to establish is who else comes along. Volk will be joining us for this map. I'll explain why in a second. Ileana can come along. Leith needs to be here. And after that, we have options. I will bring Marcia just in case she can help out a little bit. I don't expect her to be much help, but I can at least keep her out of the way and keep her alive. As for our last 2 units, I'm thinking Mordecai for 1, and I'm gonna try... Where am I? I'm gonna try to bring Astrid. I don't know if she's gonna be able to move, like, at all, because for some reason I can't check right now. But she may just be stuck here, so I'm gonna leave her in this spot so that she's hard to reach. Now, to get that other unit that I mentioned briefly, I'll talk about him more when he gets here, but he's on, it's one of these 2 squares. I think it's this square right here is where you recruit him, but it could be this one. I know for a fact it's one of these. The point is I have to get up here with either Leith or Mordecai. If I go up there with somebody else, he will appear and give us a weapon, but we can't recruit him, so that's why they're here. Now, something else that Ike mentioned, and this is going to be gimmick point number 2 of this map, and then I'll get to 3 after this. These are all Lagoos units. And with minimal spoilers, this guy joins us next chapter. What that means is that all of the units on this map are technically good guys. And what that means is that in order to get the most efficient amount of experience possible, it's actually good to leave some of them alive. Now I say some because it's going to be really difficult to take them all down. But it's also going to be really difficult to take them all, or rather to keep them all alive, because they will attack us if we move within 1 square of their attack range. Now they don't have attack range now because they're not transformed. But once they do start transforming, they will move and attack us if we get too close. So keep that in mind. We want to leave some of them, but we're going to have to kill some as well in order to get through this with minimal threats. But, technically, if we stay out of their range, they'll leave us alone. Gimmick number 3, and this is something that I hate to do it, but I will actually be referencing a map online. Also, since I can do this, I can actually point out that the square that the other unit is from, it's actually this square right here. So it's this specifically. In desert maps, and this is a staple of, I'm pretty sure, every Fire Emblem game, there are items hidden under the sand, and if you go to a certain area of the map with a thief or a unit with high skill, they can pick them up. So a unit with high skill, you have a 1 plus your skill percentage chance to pick up an item, but for thieves, you're guaranteed to pick it up. That's why I brought Volk as well as South here, because that'll be the most efficient way to make sure we get all of these. I'm not going to try to get every treasure because there's a couple of them that I really don't need, but there are also several of them that I would like to have. So I am going to use a map for that, and I know that's a little bit contradictory to what I said at the end of like 2 episodes ago, where I was like, I play this game without looking stuff up because I want to find it on my own, but I know how important some of the items in desert maps can be in Fire Emblem games from the other ones I've played, and I wanted to make sure I didn't miss anything. And yes, I did look up ahead of time, and I was already aware this was the desert map. So I went out of my way to find that because some of these items are just way too good to not get. Now this has been a bit of a lengthy battle prep stage, so normally what I would do is play a turn or 2 and then cut the episode, but I think what I'm going to do this time, even though we're not going to get a whole lot of action done, is I am actually just going to end this episode here. So that's everything that you need to know, and I can rehash it again. I might just make this the last time in Fire Emblem section next time or something, because I don't want to repeat it all again since I'm just going to keep recording myself, but this is the end of this episode. The point is, I'll say something about it in some form, but remember all of that for next time because that's the key to the desert map. I'll give like a shorthand version. But for now, that's all for me. Thanks for watching this episode of Fire Emblem Path of Radiance. See you next time when we take on the desert.